Hi there, my name's Chris Bacon. I'm one of the sales managers at Redgate Software, and today I'm going to be giving you a demonstration of how we can compare the schema of two databases using Redgate SQL Compare.
We're going to update an example database called widgets. I have two versions of this database, a production copy and a staging copy. I'll show you how to use SQL Compare to copy the changes made to the staging database schema over to the production database. When you open SQL Compare, you're presented with the new project dialog, whereby here you can see the choices that we have for available sources for comparison, and today we're simply going to compare two databases. The database that I want to compare is on the local server, and it is simply widget staging. Here I'm going to move across and I'm going to pick the Martian server, and I'm going to choose widget production. All I need to do now is simply click on Compare Now. As you can see, very quickly SQL Compare has compared the schema of the two databases, and you can see it's telling us that there are 4 objects that exist in both sides but are different. 1 object that exists only in widget staging, and 10 identical objects. Simply by clicking on here we can expand those. To actually see the differences, all we need to do is click on widget prices, and you can see in the panel down here it's very clear the differences in the schema of those databases. I'm happy to apply all the changes made to the staging database to my production database, so I'm going to select all objects. To copy the changes to the production copy of widgets, you use the synchronization wizard. SQL Compare can create a script file for you to run by hand to update the database, but here I'm going to get SQL Compare to apply changes directly. If you wish, you can back up your entire database with SQL Compare before making these changes. This is a good idea if the synchronization is going to delete any database objects. SQL Compare will detect if any additional database objects are affected by the synchronization and can include them as well. In this case there are none, so we simply ignore this step. The screen shows any warnings you should know about before copying changes across. This warning says we are going to try and alter the identity property of a column, which is something you can't do with SQL Server. SQL Compare is smart enough to get around this by creating a new table with the right properties and then copying the data across, but this does mean the script may take a little longer to run. You can also see a summary of all the changes that SQL Compare will make and view the T-SQL code that SQL Compare will run to make all the changes. As you can see, within just a couple of minutes SQL Compare has generated a lot of script with absolutely no human error. All I need to do now is click on Synchronize Now. SQL Compare checks once more that you're updating the right database, and we're done. You can see that the schema of the two databases are now identical. It's taken a matter of seconds to update the production database to be the same as the staging database, and we didn't have to manually write any scripts.
And there you go. Hopefully you've been able to see from the video how quick and easy it is to compare and synchronize the databases using SQL Compare. Please feel free to give us a call or send us an email if there's anything we can help with. And of course you can download a fully functional 14-day evaluation from our website. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.